Steeler Nation, what's going on? It's your man Kev Easy here. And this list right here is the free agents going into this offseason. Now, in this video, I'm going to give my opinion on who should stay, who should go, and the I don't knows, right? But y'all let me know in the comments. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this video, this channel. Let's get into it. First on the list, Cameron Sutton. Now, Cam's, I don't think I need to say too much about Cam. I think he's one of the favorites, one of the top favorites throughout Steeler Nation. One of my personal favorites when we drafted him. I watched his college tape, and I was like, yo, I like this guy. I like what he can become, right? And it's time. It's time. I think he's going to get his money. It will be sad to see him not back with the team, but I think he's going to be with the team. So with Cameron Sutton, I say keep him. Next up, Larry O. Larry O, he missed a few games, but when he was playing, you seen how he affected Cam Hayward's production, like just the whole D-line, the plays he made and whatnot. I felt like it would be tough to try to draft someone to fill that position. And I don't really know too many free agents that would be better than him. So when it comes to Larry O, keep Terrell Edmunds. Now, Terrell Edmunds, I feel like he might be a unique taste or whatever. I think that's how it goes, right? Acquired taste or something like that, right? Me personally, I know what Terrell Edmunds is here for. Like one of his role on the defense, and you kind of seen it towards the end of last year, going into this year, that, when it comes to the run game, he got it. He may not cause too many fumbles or whatnot, but I feel like as he get older and more experienced, he will add those tricks to his, to his repertoire, if you will, right? But Terrell Edmunds, I think he's solid. I think he fits Minkah Fitzpatrick very well, as well as KZ as well. And also his brother, I think his brother's name is Tremaine. He's going to be a free agent. And Terrell and Tremaine on the defense, that would be nice. But Tremaine, he's still playing. Bills won, so this season is still going on, right? Devin Bush. Now, Devin Bush, I was so excited when we traded up to draft him. His rookie year was pretty good. Pretty good. He made certain plays that I was like, wow, we got one. We kind of closed that gap after losing Ryan Shazier, and Devin Bush is going to be the one to take over, right? He messed his knee up, and it seemed like he was never really able to gain back his his physicality and the way he played his rookie year. It just wasn't. He's never kind of got it back. It's to the point where his game may be better suited for a different type of defense, right? Maybe like a 4-3 defense or something like that, and maybe the NFC. So when it comes to Devin Bush, as much as this hurt, I would have to say he's got to go. And he probably will go. There's been kind of reports out there saying that the feeling's mutual. He wants to go. Steelers want him to go. Well, don't want to sign him. And just good luck with Devin Bush, man. I hope you were able to succeed somewhere, because I was definitely rooting for you. I'm still rooting for you, because I don't want you to go out like that. Your best year can't be your first year, man. Chris Wormley, the Raven killer, if you don't know. He does very well against the Ravens. He got hurt earlier on this year. He was out. And I think that didn't suit him too well. I think Chris Wormley, as much as I want him to stay, he might be out of here. Robert Spillane. I felt like he's a Pittsburgh Steeler, not scared of contact, not scared to get physical. not scared to put his nose into, you know, the play. And he's not the best linebacker on that team, but based off how this year went, he was probably the most consistent. I can still see him coming back to the same type of role that he has this year, and maybe just a little bit more. But like a full-on starter, starting 100% of the plays and all that, he would have to get a little bit better in coverage. But Robert Spillane is one of those guys that's good in a lot of areas, but he may not be great in one area, right? So when it comes to Robert Spillane, unless he gets a big contract or gets like someone just chooses to throw a bag at him, I feel like Robert Spillane will be back. Now, Damontae Kazee. Now, I know for a fact he was a camp favorite. He ended up getting hurt, missed a whole lot of time. And when he came back, Steeler Nation was excited, and rightfully so. He was making impacts. He had picks. He was making hits. He was doing his thing. And I felt like having him, the trio of him, Terrell Edmunds, and Minkah Fitzpatrick, you can't really beat that, right? But you also have Trey Norwood. So we don't really know how that's going to go. We don't know if it's like, all right, Kazee might want to get a bag somewhere else. It'll probably be up to Kazee if you want to stay, you get the bag. Do you want to stay or you want to go get a bag? You know, you can't have both, you know. You know how the Steelers do it. But me personally, I want him to stay. So that's a keep for him. Malik Reed, we traded for him. I think Malik Reed, he wasn't bad. He wasn't great. I just think he was solid, right? I think that Malik Reed will possibly be on another team next year. Derek Watt. Now, Derek Watt's a lot of controversy about why he's on the team. You know, is it because TJ on the team? Like, what does he do? Special teams, he's the guy. He's the guy when it comes to special teams. And also, when we do use a fullback and we give him the rock, he's going to get the yard. Derek Watt, before he got to the Steelers, he was solid. When he got there, you know, when he got with us, he had injuries and whatnot. This year, he was solid every time he was used. When his number was called, he did his thing. So I would say keep Derek Watt. Tyson Alualu. I think Tyson may retire because I think he did retire and then was talked back into. No, he didn't retire. He went to Jacksonville and then he kind of reneged on them just to come back with us, and he ended up getting hurt. And I just think age will be the reason why he won't be on the team anymore. So when it comes to Tyson, out of here. Marcus Allen. A lot of people who just learned who Marcus Allen is this year, right? Being one of the guys that got a penalty late in the game by just running on the field. But Marcus Allen is solid on special teams. That's tough. I personally think that Marcus Allen days with the Steelers is over. I wouldn't mind him coming back. But if I'm going to have to make a judgment now, I would say Marcus Allen will be out of here. Zach Gentry. Zach Gentry is unique. Not the best receiving tight end. But when it comes to blocking, he can do that. And I don't really see Zach Gentry's market be pretty high just because of what teams really want. They want playmakers, you know? And Zach Gentry's not going to make too many plays, but he's going to definitely be a boost in the run game. And I can kind of see Zach Gentry coming back for Gentry, however you want to pronounce it, right? I can see him coming back after we make the initial signs and all that. But the emergence of Connor Haywood, it kind of puts that in question. But Connor Haywood, his versatility makes me think that we're able to have those three tight ends. So I would end up saying Zach Gentry stays on the team. Miles Boykin, it's funny because every time I see Miles Boykin on offense, it's when we're running. So I'm assuming he's very great at blocking, if not very good at blocking. I don't even want to, come at him crazy because he ain't really get too many receptions, if any, right? But I could say Miles Boykin may be out of here. Benny Snell Jr. Benny Snell, when Najee was hurt, Jaylen Warren was hurt, and even when Najee was hurt for like the almost first half of the season. Jaylen Warren was hurt for a little period of time. It was up to McFarland and Benny Snell. And Benny Snell was pretty solid. He was pretty solid. It was probably the best he ran since he'd been in the league. Extremely useful on special teams. He's always around the ball when it comes to special teams, especially kickoff. And but I think that's it, man. I think Benny Snell will be playing for another team next year. If he comes back, I wouldn't be mad at all. So, next, Jesse Davis. Have no clue who you are. I know you're gone. We'll keep it there. Mason Rudolph. You could have been a permanent Pittsburgh Steelers backup. You could have been a Charlie Batch. You could have been a Landry Jones. But I've been seeing reports when you're just talking. You're just talking. Just like Mitch. But Mason, you will not be back with the Steelers. Trent Scott. He's gone. I think he's gone. Carl Joseph, I feel like he was hurt more often than not. The improvement in Trey Norwood's play kind of make it hard to have 4 safeties that's going to play. So Carl Joseph, I believe he's out there. And Anthony Miller, receiver. I think Anthony Miller may have a chance to come back and compete. But will he stay? I don't know. Our receivers, we can draft a receiver, and we already know Calvin Austin's coming back. We don't know what he can do in the league, but we know that boy got burners. He got burners. So I think Anthony Miller, if he comes back, it will be just to be on practice squad or something of that nature. But those are the guys. Shout out to everyone that the Steelers signed recently for future contracts. I don't have that list in front of me, but shout out to y'all. But Steeler Nation, let me know, out of all the names you've seen on the list, which ones you agree with as far as who's going to stay, which ones you disagree with, that you think should get up out of here. Let me know right now in the comments. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. It's your man, Cat Beezy, and we'll see you on the next one.